Cheers.
Cheers.
Can I help you?
You're going to think I'm going round the twist.
Try telling me.
So what's your builder's name, Mrs. Cox?
A Draper. Scott Draper. I'd guess he'd be in his early 20s.
Mm-hmm. And you just found yourself chatting about a shooting?
It's really shaken me up. I can't get it out of my head that you really could have murdered someone.
So what actually did he say to you yesterday?
You know, I have been racking my brains all night and I can't think how he ever got onto it. I think that I said something like, it must be really nice for his wife having someone so handy. And he said it was useful in other ways too, being a builder, because he'd once been able to brick up someone's clothes inside a wall. Well, I laughed, thinking it was a joke he'd played on a mate or something. I asked why he did it.
What then?
Suddenly, he was saying how he pointed a gun at a man and squeezed the trigger. The man dropped down. And that was it. All over. All about how easy it was, only he was saying it like it was the most normal thing in the world.
Oh, I remember the Draper brothers, all right. But I never knew there was a younger brother.
Oh, yeah. There's a big age gap between Scott and the other two. Were you after them at Amip?
I was on the verge of putting Tommy and Gavin away for something a lot more substantial than armed robbery. But I had to give up my inquiries when Chris Lovell's activities came to light. And I was suspended from Amip.
What was that, Gov? The Drapers?
3 years ago, there was an attack on a security van where two masked men led away one of the guards at gunpoint. Now, the guard, Tony Lamb, I think his name was, hasn't been seen or heard of since. And I've always fancied Tommy and Gavin for that one.
And you think Tony Lamb could be Scott's victim?
Scott's got no form, has he?
Do you think the Drapers were customers for Lovell's information?
Well, who knows? You see, an established family like that, word must have gotten to them that there was an Amip super with a leaky bagman. And I was beginning to be pretty heavily down Tommy Draper's neck.
For murder? So you don't think Mrs. Cox was overreacting then? That Scott Draper was just trying to get some sort of rise out of her?
This Rosemary Cox, how reliable is she?
Easily impressed, I'd say. But very genuine.
Right. Let's start some preliminary inquiries, shall we? See what we can turn up. It's a long time since I've been here.
Well, if it isn't the superintendent.
It's Detective Chief Inspector now, Mrs. Draper.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. You slipped on a banana skin.
Still got enough clout to get things moving, Marion.
What do you want with me, anyway? You should know I've none of my men left here now.
Can we come in?
No.
We're looking for your son, Scott.
Scott! You never said you was wanting the nick repainted.
It's in connection with a serious matter.
No way. Not him. He might have inherited his dad's looks, but he's just never been up for the bold stroke. Know what I mean?
Is Scott here, Mrs. Draper?
No, he ain't. And I'm telling you, you're wasting your time with him.
Well, he hasn't turned up for work today. And there's nobody at home, so we thought he might be here.
He's married now to Leslie York. You put our brother Freddie away when you was superintendent.
Not before time. He's a violent man.
Probably why she went for Scott. The old Draper charm. Fell for it myself when I was her age. But Scott's never going to get her that villa in the sun she wants. He hasn't the vision or the ambition. Not like my other boys.
He may be a lot more like your other boys than you think.
Are you going to tell me what you're after him for?
Now, you know the answer to that, Marion. We want him to help us with our inquiries. I bet Marion Draper's life story is worth the telling. I've seen pictures of her dressed to the nines, all the men around her, like she was some kind of queen bee.
Yeah. And her egging him on to bring her back the honey.
Oh, yeah, that certainly.
Never saw the glamour in prison visiting myself.
you, sir? Yes?
I want to confess to a murder.
A murder? And what murder might that be, sir?
It was 5 years ago, but you wouldn't have heard about it.
No? Why not?
It was someone who's only reported missing.
Oh, I see.
Look, can I talk to somebody about it, or do I have to go somewhere else?
Oh, no, sir, no, you've come to the right place.
I want to speak to somebody fairly high, like a chief inspector or someone.
Well, I'm afraid the chief inspector might be a bit of a tall order, but I'll see what I can do. In the meanwhile, you see that door, sir? Interview room, if you'd like to step through there.
Look, I don't want to speak to you. I want to speak to a detective.
But I'll need to take a few details. Then I'll see who's available. Please? Thank you.
You didn't get a result?
The result? You kidding? The CPS brief didn't even bat.
You mean to tell me that scumbag walked?
Walked. He flew. First class. Do you know what the judge said? The facts are interesting, but in this case, irrelevant. Now, somebody ought to write to the papers about him.
Oh, maybe it's not such a bad day after all, Jim. Got a bloke downstairs in the front interview room wants to confess to a murder.
A murder? I know, Sarge. Not me. Try Tosh. He's in the canteen.
I've just realised. Got a medical in 10 minutes.
I've just got in.
All the better. Give it a go.
What we got?
Not a lot, I'm afraid. The PNC's down. But have a word with him, see if there's anything in it.
Don't get me wrong, Bob. I'm not ducking out. It's just that I think he needs something to occupy his mind. Otherwise, he'd be down the pub for the rest of the day.
And you'd know all about that, wouldn't you, Don?
Well, that's exactly what I would do if I was pissed off.
Hi, I'm Detective Constable Jim Carver. Would you like to take a seat? Now, I understand you would like to tell us something.
Yes, right. I killed this girl. It was about 5 years...
Hang on a second. I have to check these details first.
The sergeant, he did all this.
Yes, but I want to hear it from you. So what's your full name?
Carl Ivan Adams.
Where do you live, Carl?
151 Hartley Gardens.
And what's your date of birth?
6th of July, 1968.
So that's 6/7/68. What do you do as a living, Carl?
I repair pianos.
Is that full-time or part-time?
Whenever I can. Look, can we get on with this?
Now, I'm sorry, Carl, I have to ask you this. Have you ever been in trouble with the police before?
No, not really.
Any advance on parking ticket stuff?
It was about 6 years ago. I was done for shoplifting. I was fined about 100 quid. It was nothing. Look, I want to confess to killing this girl, right? Her name was Wendy O'Connor.
OK, Carl. Why don't you tell me what happened?
Yeah. Wendy O'Connor. She lived locally. I got her to come into the house, and I thought we were getting on well, so I tried to kiss her. Well, it sort of all went rotten. And I finished up stabbing her. This was 5 years ago. It was my birthday.
Have you ever murdered anybody else?
Of course not. What do you think I am in that case? It was just this Wendy O'Connor. It was just the one.
Just the one. But one's enough. All right, Carl, I've just got to check on something. It won't take long. I'll only be a couple of minutes. Now, you won't go away, will you?
Sure. I'll wait. I'll be here. I mean, I have to stay, don't I? It's all over.
I want to see WPC Page.
Oh, well, she might be out, sir. Anything I can help with?
No, I want to see her. You just tell her it's urgent.
Well, tell me what it's about.
I'm turning myself in. I want to confess to a murder.
an empty case in the chamber.
Well, at least we know it's been fired.
What do you want me to do with this?
Can you run it over to forensics, Tony? They may be able to tell us when it was fired.
Sir?
I'll see what our friend has to say for himself. Where did you get the gun, Mr. We're not going to get very far if you won't even tell me your name.
I'm not saying anything to you or anyone else. You get WPC Page in here, you'll find out all you need to know.
I want your name and some idea of what this is all about, or you won't be seeing anybody.
All right. Then I'll just sit here and get me head down. I've got plenty of time.
And he won't say why. He wants to see me.
No, Mr. Monroe's been talking to him, but he won't tell him anything, not even his name. But I shouldn't worry about it. It's probably just some nutter you've met in the course of your travels who wants a bit of attention.
Oh, he just managed to get himself a gun along the way. So how's Reggie's heart after his little surprise?
Still trying to swallow it.
He doesn't strike me as a fantasist. That's why I called you down.
Sir?
Ah, Polly, Sergeant Ackland's explained to you about our visitor?
Yes, sir.
Well, he's still refusing to tell us his name.
We're hoping you'll have more luck.
OK.
I'll leave you to it.
Hello, Officer Page. I didn't used to have the beard.
And you were a bit heavier then, Mr. Marsh. Thomas Marsh, sir. I dealt with him when his wife died.
You know, I put things right. I've sorted it all out now.
Sorry?
I got rid of good old Richie Layton. I wanted you to be the first to know.
Are you telling us that you've murdered a man called Richard Layton?
You shot him?
It couldn't have been easier. Oh, come on. Are you going to charge me?
Does name Layton mean anything to you?
Yeah, I think it was the drunk driver that killed his wife.
Mr. Marsh, can you take a seat, please? Right. I want to be completely clear about what happened between you and Richard Layton. Did you shoot him?
It's as if I feel lighter, like this weight has been taken off my shoulders. You ever felt like that? Have you ever experienced that total relief?
Mr. Marsh, I can appreciate that you're upset, but you walked into this station with a loaded revolver and made an outright admission of murder. Now, I don't want to waste any time getting down to the details.
I'm just so exhausted. I haven't slept for... What's the time, Polly? It is Polly, isn't it? Remember, you were very kind.
Why don't we start with where you got the gun?
Look, I just want to lie down. Anywhere I do. Cell will be fine.
Look, Mr. Marsh, you've got to tell us where Layton is. What have you done?
What have I done? I've done what I had to do.
So why won't you tell us where he is?
He's still alive, isn't he?
He was when I left him. But soon he's going to be dead. And all this is going to be over.
Where is he?
I ain't going to tell you where he is. Not until I know for certain that he's gone. Look, just treat this as a murder that's already happened. All right?
Mr. Marsh? I'm arresting you for murder.
St. Hugh's had one gunshot wound admitted last night, but it was a young man. Doesn't match Layton's description.
Well, I suppose that would have been too simple. Thanks anyway.
So, what's the story on this guy Marsh? He doesn't even want a solicitor.
Well, he just wants us to call his mother-in-law.
Here we go. Fat Act 3 years ago. Maria Marsh, maiden name Ross.
Cool. Layton was 5 times over the limit.
Yeah, I attended the scene. Maria Marsh's injuries were really bad. She was trapped under a bus, died shortly afterwards.
So Marsh reckons he's topped the bus driver.
Go on.
Well, that was it, really. I informed Tom Marsh. He was pretty devastated, so I stayed with him for a while.
Took a shame to you then, Polly?
Well, I also stopped him getting done for contempt. You know, he was swearing at the judge.
Sounds like a nutter to me.
Well, it's understandable in his position. I mean, Layton only got 3 years.
Your mental faculties have returned to their razor-sharp incisiveness. Your spirit is undulled by bureaucratic monotony. You are wholly stimulated. Your interesting world awaits.
Can I help you, sir?
Charles Arthur Cullen. I just found this in a shop doorway about 30 minutes ago.
Sarge.
My first thought was to take it, but conscience and honour dictated I turn it in. What? £500,000?
£500,000? Conscience and honour.
Charles Arthur Cullen. Just standing there in a shop doorway. The suitcase.
Could be forgeries.
I'm no expert.
Tastes genuine.
Where exactly are you claiming to have found this?
A shop doorway.
Where was the shop doorway?
Right in front of the shop, as you go in.
No, he means what street?
Hairdressers. Facade. Opposite an off-licence. Rambling Road, with a W. I was in the car, I saw the off-licence, and I stopped off to pick up a bottle of something for Mum. And there it was. I picked it up. It felt heavy. I thought, hello, that's heavy. I looked inside. I just looked, I didn't touch any of it. I've heard of the prosperous South. I had no idea they just left it lying about.
And you didn't touch it?
I knew if I did, some of it would probably end up in my pocket. I told the manager of the off-licence I'd better declare it somewhere, just in case anyone came back for it. He gave me directions out of the place, and I drove it here. Took me 15 minutes to move it over from the car.
That would make it about 35 minutes ago, then, that you found the suitcase.
I still can't believe it.
Can I suggest that we worship in private?
Charles Arthur Cullen.
Oh, Reginald Percival Hollis.
Gary McCann.
Oh, thank you. Nice to meet you both.
Sir, Peter, sir.
You're from up north?
Down for Mum's birthday. 87 on Friday. She came back down here after Daddy died, 40 years ago. Hilbert Gardens, 47. Imagine, the very same house she was born in.
And that's where you're staying?
I'll go back after the weekend. I thought I'd catch a few shows, see a few friends, you know, before they die. Which reminds me, I parked the Jag on a meter. If there's any chance of organising a swift bank count and a receipt, I'll be off. I'm very grateful.
Ah, you're aware of the drill, then?
Surely the drill's dictated by common sense.
And one that's going to take rather longer than you'd planned. With this amount of money, we need to verify a total here before we take it to the bank.
That's a lot of counting.
Well, you shouldn't have found so much money.
Oh, may I?
Yes, of course.
Bunions.
Look, if this is genuine and, as far as we can tell, legitimate, and no claim has been made by any verifiable owner within 6 months, the money is legally yours. Until then, it'll be kept in our superintendent's safe. As I recall, Rambling Road's quite a dump. I wouldn't have thought it was your sort of neighbourhood.
You're right there, very bleak. I thought I was taking a cut through to the park.
Well, I suggest this should be kept in the front office until we can find an available room.
You find the room and I'll wait here with the suitcase. Isn't that the point of counting it? To make sure none of it goes missing?
Yes, of course.
No offence. Mushy toffee. Pocket warmed. Go on, have a knuckle.